Alright guys, sorry for all the noises. I'm kinda on a road trip, but I'm gonna play like 3 rounds of Call of Duty Mobile. Hopefully y'all can see my experience and hopefully y'all can hear me.
But I am certain they know the tricks around that. Maybe fly and stop in Miami. Don't even get out of the plane so they don't check you. And if your target is really Tampa, well then you set a flight plan Miami to Tampa. So, oh, that's cool. They went out of the country. I'm sure there's tricks. Says you have to travel. If you're driving somewhere, you gotta have at least $100 in your pocket. Please stop you. If you don't have at least $100, you're gonna find some reason to toss you in jail. He says they'll make up some excuse, hey, you broke such and such law, so don't pay the fine right now. That's fine, but you can pay it now, we'll let you go, or something. He said that one time.
Hold on guys, I gotta switch.
He said, we suspected you were a drug dealer. We're going to see your wallet. So he took his wallet. I think it might have been €100. I don't know. They took his wallet, looked all good, checked his car, and said, okay, we decided that you're not a drug dealer, you can go. But they took $100 out of his wallet. They didn't take it all. Or €100 or whatever. He says basically, that's the cost of business over there. You got to pay every time you get stopped. Say it again? Oh, I didn't know that one. He said the best thing to do when you go to some of these foreign countries is to hire a driver. He said it's safer and it's cheaper because they won't mess with you. No, you're good. I mean, eventually you have to be over, but you got half an hour before you go. My third red light is like it disappears. 1, 2, 3, right?
Bull crap.
I know the board.
But yeah, what was it? Portugal. I was reading an article about Portugal that you go in there, and they said basically just avoid the touristy restaurants because you're going to get ripped off. This guy, I guess he writes articles anyway, but he stopped at the first restaurant and the waiter comes over and asks, gets them a drink before their meal. Then he starts bringing little things to the table like little olives and crackers or whatever. And you think it's little freebies, But when you get the bill, all that's on there and not cheap. And you have to pay it. You don't pay it, they got their buddies, a policeman, somewhere close by. He says if they bring something to your table, just say no thank you, I don't want it. If it's something you didn't order. And you're right, that's why you got to scam. And they scam the tourists, people from out of the country, because in particular, locals would probably fight that shit. Except in Russia. In Russia, shit, you fight someone there, you may not be heard of again, or you might jump out of a high-story building. It's just like those robbers that were going in Miami a long time ago. Remember they were out? Yes. The people were doing it felt comfortable because even if they got caught, most of the people that they were robbing were from out of the country. It was way too costly and too inconvenient for them to come back to be a witness at the trial, so they'd always get off.
remember they changed all the rental car policies up. They just put no bumper sticker on them anymore. They changed the tag.
I
Tag
do.
used to say rental too.
I do remember that. It's a shame you got to do that, but yes.
I remember that. That's actually either now watching crime show.
Heck yeah.
One of them got caught.
I got MVP.
Yeah, I've watched that one. I've watched it. I say, Louisiana tried to do something similar, you know, to make it so you don't recognize rental cars. But what they do is,
From the kills that I get.
the criminals know.
18 kills?
Tag just
Heck
says
yeah.
commercial versus private ownership commercial. So if you have a business, you know, you would say commercial also. But you can tell usually by the type of car and maybe where people are going to, whether it's a rental car or not. It's not. I mean, if it says commercial, you know, you can usually tell if it's somebody that don't live there. So it doesn't hide it very much. But they're not doing like we're doing in Miami. They just break into the vehicles.
Miami, they do it right.
I hope that.
Rip you out of the car.
I should tell you, when I lived in South Florida,
Oh my god, it's so
I
snap.
remember now, it was
You know what?
there was a few women
It's enough
there.
college.
I mean,